Well, hey there. Good Friday evening and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I'm the host of this show. Today it's that live experience. Yep, we're going to be talking about a live album, one that I quite like. It's not one of my favorites, but I still like it quite a bit. Coming from this band, AC/DC. Okay, this album actually had two formats. One was originally a single CD, which featured about 71 minutes worth of time on it. And then there's this one, which I have, which is a double CD and has about 132 minutes worth of songs. Really good deal for that, you know. It's like being at a real concert. It's like 20 minutes long. It's pretty good album. Anyways, take my glasses off so I can read. That's weird. Anyways, it was released October the 27th, 1991. Was recorded in 1991. The length is 132 minutes and 8 seconds, really, for the double disc CD, which is the one I just showed you. Was on the Albert and the Atco label, and produced by Bruce Fairbrain. Yeah, I hope I got that right. I probably didn't, but I tried. Okay, so featured on this album, AC/DC, is Brian Johnson, lead vocals, Angus Young, lead guitar and backing vocals on TNT and Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Malcolm Young does rhythm guitar and backing vocals. Cliff Williams, of course, is bass and backing vocals. And then you have Chris Slade, who's the drummer and percussionist. Okay, so I'm going to need my glasses for the rest because I'm able to see the album. Okay, so let me try to get a shot of the album here where there's no glare. There it is. That is Angus Young jumping up and down on the stage. Pretty typical, eh? Anyways, concerts packed, a lot of energy. They do a lot of their classic stuff, at least the Brian Johnson era stuff, but they also do some of the stuff that was originally sung by Bon Scott, which is nice, you know. But they play most of the stuff I like here, like Thunderstruck right at the beginning. That's the opening one on the first disc. Shoot to Thrill, which is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, AC/DC songs. Back in Black, Sin City, Who Made Who, Heart Seeker, just crunches right along. Fire Your Guns, another one. Jailbreak fires right along. The Jack, of course, which was originally Bon Scott. Brian Johnson does a pretty good version of that. Razor's Edge, another good song. And then, you know, the last two on that first album, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap and Money Talks, all crunching songs. Like it's a really crunching album. You get a lot of that AC/DC sound that you've come to love and expect from them. Second side is just as good. The second disc, that is. Hell's Bells, Are You Ready? That's the way I want to rock and roll. High Voltage, which is a particularly favorite tune of mine from AC/DC. You Shook Me All Night Long, which I never need to hear again, but at the same time, it's one of their biggest hits, if not their biggest hit. Whole Lot of Rosie, great track. Let There Be Rock, done expertly here. And a little ode to Bon Scott there. And then Highway to Hell, TNT, For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. You know, it's really just crunches along. Typical AC/DC, heavy, high energy, melodic, thunderous. They don't let up for a second. The guitar is really good, of course. The beat is fantastic. It's just one of those albums that just shows you why AC/DC is one of the top bands in the world. They just have so much energy and so many good songs, you know. I like the album quite a bit. For a live album, it's pretty good, and the production's pretty solid. All sounds reasonably clear. And you know, sometimes that might be a concern because AC/DC is such a raunchous racket type of band, but it comes through really clear, and I quite like it quite a bit. It's just you just get that feeling like you want to headbang as soon as you hear the album. Which is the big thing with AC/DC is that headbanging, right? I don't know how he doesn't get a migraine from that stuff, man. Anyways, pretty solid album. Pretty good, like I said, pretty good guitar, and the vocals are clear. Brian Johnson sounds pretty good on it. He's not his voice is that raunchy voice that he always had, but doesn't sound too scratchy or anything like that. Pretty much the experience you would expect to have, which is typical of AC/DC. Like, they just put out album after album, and a lot of people complain that their albums sound the same album after album, but hey, the albums sound good, right? Back in Black was a phenomenal album, and every album after that, maybe not quite as good, but still it continued in that vein. If they didn't continue in that vein, people would be saying, oh yeah, well, they lost it after this, or they lost it after that. Well, it's hard to stay at the top, as the song says, long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, but it's hard to stay there once you're there, try to keep that metal going. Anyways, for me, excuse me, this was a good album. It's a good listen to. If you're looking for a live album, you just feel like listening to something live that's pretty heavy, this is a good choice for an album. I've listened to it a dozen times or so. Really good, solid stuff. So there you have it, AC/DC Live. If you have any comments about the album, or something I missed, or something you think that I didn't get correct, please comment below. Tell me what you think of the album. Tell me what your favorite tracks are on the album. My favorite track on this particular album is probably Shoot to Thrill, which is probably my favorite AC/DC song. And, let me know what you think. Anyways, if you like it, like and subscribe, and I'll be doing more of this kind of stuff. So Friday night has now come to an end with the live experience, and I hope you enjoyed it. So from Prog Monster, you have a great evening. Bye.